We continue our lounge review series today, and if you haven't seen our last one, check out our review of the Amex Centurion Lounge, link below. Here at High Tides and City Rides, we don't just travel, we try to make the experience as pleasant as possible, not stressful. That's exactly where Lounge comes in. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to help us grow this channel, don't forget, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it. Access to the Sky Club was provided through our American Express Delta Reserve card. This is not a sponsored review. We're just sharing our experience. We checked into the Sky Club at Concourse T, Gate T6. While this is one of the smaller lounges at the ATL, we were admitted right away. There was no wait. The Sky Club always has unique art and artifacts. Check some of this out. Just past the entrance, we head to the food and beverage area. The buffet had a solid breakfast spread. There was your hot. Then you had cold items as well. The one thing I'll say is this particular lounge did not have real china. It had paper products, plates, and cups. But that's okay. It's one of the smaller lounges. Kind of a hidden gem. As you can see, I had the full protein breakfast. There were also pastries, muffins, and cold cereal available, as well as a dedicated coffee and tea station, as well as soft drinks. So I had to try coffee, but me it was pretty standard, although my wife tried the espresso and said it was very good. One of the lounge's most eye-catching features was this massive TV. Let's take another look at that. The bar here is more of a walk-up style. There is no seating at the bar itself. You just grab your drink and go. This lounge also has a work area. It's on the small side, but it's quieter, and it's a decent place to sit down and catch up and focus on your work. Let's take a look. Also, as we stated earlier, the Delta lounges always have unique art in each one. Let's take a peek at some of this.
All right, let's get into it. Today we're going to review the Delta Sky Lounge located in Concourse T at Gate T6. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about food and drink. We're going to talk about comfort. We want to talk about convenience and ambiance. First, let's start with food and drink. I'll say that it had a nice selection. It wasn't the biggest, but it was very tasty. I like protein personally, so for me, I got everything that I needed for my breakfast. The coffee was pretty good as well. So I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I agree, about the food. I think it was pretty solid. It was kind of basic. I'd give it about a 3 as well. It was okay. It was okay. Basics, eggs. It had the essentials, I guess, for breakfast. And it was breakfast. So, I'm curious what the lunch would look like.
Next, if we get into the category of comfort, again, this is a smaller lounge. So it comes with this good and bad. The good is when we looked at the app in Delta, a lot of the other lounges said they were busy or very busy, whereas with this one, it said it wasn't busy at all. So it was very convenient. And we happened to be flying out of Concourse T that day, so it was very convenient for us. So I'll say it wasn't a lot of seating, but there were places to sit. We did end up having to sit in more of an eating area even after we were done eating. So I'm going to say I'll give it a 3 out of 5 for comfort.
As far as the comfort, it wasn't overcrowded. It was a little bit more intimate. And I'd say, overall, I know you gave it about a 3. I would have to agree. I think it was fairly comfortable considering it was a small size.
Next category would be convenience. Again, it was very convenient if you're flying out of Concourse T. Also, Concourse T, for those who are not familiar at Hartsfield-Jackson, Concourse T is the concourse that's nearest to baggage claim. So extremely convenient if you're coming back, especially if you want to stop to go to back, and you're right at baggage claim almost immediately. So convenience, I would give it a 4 out of 5 as well.
I do say as far as convenience, it's very convenient. It was easy in and easy out. Not a lot of waiting this time around. And, coming back, on a travel day, it was a nice place to kind of get in and out. You could get in and out pretty easily. It's one of the smaller sky clubs, but it did have the nice little kind of, intimate feel as well. So I guess though, for convenience, I'd give it somewhere around a 3. And, as far as ambiance, I'd say, it had that nice large, TV, which was really kind of cool as a centerpiece, which was kind of nice. I'd say ambiance, I'd probably give it at least a 3, maybe a 3.5 even. I thought that was kind of nice how they managed to fit all that in that space. I know the space wasn't the biggest, but they made the most of it. And, I know we mentioned earlier that everything wasn't in China or anything like that, a lot of plastic, but I tell you what, champagne still tastes good in a plastic cup. So, it's all good. Overall, I thought it was a pretty nice experience, and it was really convenient and made travel a lot easier overall.
And then last but not least, ambiance. Well, this particular one, we're talking about no Chinaware, mostly paper products, nowhere to sit, no real luxurious bar or modern looking bar. It's more or less an area where you could go and get cocktails and drinks. The ambiance, they had nice art, but it really wasn't much of an ambiance. For there, I'm going to give it its lowest score. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5.
So quick recap, food and drink received the highest score at 4. Everything else was 3. And we compromised on ambiance for 2.5 stars.